Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Yesterday we read, so we are reading about the potencies of, the opulence of the Supreme Lord. And we are reading from the book Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. When Lord Krishna was within this universe, Brahma played a trick on him in order to confirm that the special cowherd boy in Vrindavan was actually Krishna himself. So when Krishna was within the universe means when he was displaying his pastime here as Krishna himself. At that time, Brahma himself was bewildered and therefore he thought he is going to play a trick on Krishna. He wanted to confirm that is this cowherd boy uh, who is so special for Vrindavan, all the Vrajavasis, who is so special for all the Vrajavasis, is he really Krishna himself? And so Brahma thought, let me play a trick. So by his mystic power, Brahma stole all the cows, the calves, and the cowherd friends of Krishna, and then Brahma took all of them and hid them. But when Brahma returned to see what Krishna was doing alone, Brahma was expecting that Krishna must be sitting and crying, where are my cowherd boys? Where are my cows, my calves? Where are they? But what Brahma saw, Hare Krishna, he saw that Krishna was still playing with the same cows, with the same calves, and all the cowherd boys. Brahma only was bewildered. By Krishna's Vaikunt potency, Lord Krishna had expanded himself as all the stolen cows, all the calves, all the friends. Krishna himself expanded and became these cows, these calves, and these friends. Indeed, Brahma saw millions and billions of them. And he also saw millions and billions of herding sticks and fruits and lotus flowers and horns. All the cowherd boys were wearing different clothes and ornaments. It was not that all of them, just because Krishna expanded as all the cowherd boys and the cows and the calves, they all behaved the same way. If one is moving the hand, the other is also moving the hand like this. It's not like that. They were all behaving according to themselves, according to their individual behavior, their complexion, their the dress they were wearing, the ornaments they were wearing, the cowherd sticks they were carrying, the bugles they were carrying, the horns, lotus flowers. There were so many different kinds of fruits. Everything that they were carrying, everything that they had, everything was different because they are coming from different families and they are all behaving according to the individual nature of that particular cowherd boy or that or that calf or the cow. So Brahma saw millions and billions of them, and he also saw millions and billions of herding sticks and fruits, lotus flowers and horns. All the cowherd boys were wearing different clothes and ornaments, and no one could count their vast numbers. Hare Krishna. Then Brahma saw each of the cowherd boys become a four-handed Narayan form. As soon as Brahma came, Krishna showed his opulence to Brahma. So first Brahma saw all these things that, oh, they are all different cowherd boys, the calves and the cows are there. And then after some time, Krishna displayed this. So Brahma could see millions and billions, all these cowherd boys, calves and cows that are there. They are all four-handed Narayan. And he also saw innumerable Brahmas from different universes who are offering their obeisances to this Supreme Lord Krishna. He saw that all these personalities were emanating from the body of Krishna. They were coming out from the body of Krishna. And after a second, they were again entering into his body. Lord Brahma became struck with wonder by this extraordinary feat of Krishna. And in a prayer, he stated that although anyone and everyone could say that they knew all about Krishna, as far as Brahma is concerned, he did not know anything about Krishna. Hare Krishna. So Lord Brahma is saying that if anyone or everyone says that they know all about Krishna, as far as Brahma himself is concerned, Brahma is saying this. As far as he's concerned, he did not know anything about Krishna. My dear Lord, he said, the potencies and opulences you have exhibited just now are beyond the ability of my mind to understand. Now imagine who is saying this? Brahma, who has four heads, four brains, and not just brain like us, not like you, me, or any other person we see in this universe. Brahma has four heads and brains that has the capacity of more than everyone combined. Because he is Lord Brahma. He has been given that position by the Supreme Lord. And that Brahma is saying, that Brahma is praying like this, that my dear Lord, the potencies and opulences that you have just now exhibited, what I just saw, this sight, this picture that you showed me, movie, is beyond the ability of my mind. I cannot understand. It is beyond my understanding. That Lord Brahma is saying. Then who are we? What is our position? Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further explained that not only is the potency of Krishna Lok limitless, but so also is that of Vrindavan, Lord Krishna's abode on this planet. Vrindavan is Lord Krishna's abode on this planet. From one point of view, Vrindavan is about 32 square miles in area. Yet in one part of this Vrindavan, all the Vaikunthas exist. The area of present-day Vrindavan contains 12 forests, Dwadash Van, Kanan. So in Vrindavan, there are 12 forests and they cover about 84 kroshas or 168 miles in area. And Vrindavan city is estimated to be about 16 kroshas or 32 square miles. How all the Vaikunthas can exist there is beyond material calculation. Just imagine, just yesterday we read that these Vaikuntha planets, they are limitless. The length and breadth cannot be measured. And more uh, bigger than that, the Vaikuntha planets or the area of the Vaikuntha planets, more than that is the Krishna Lok or Golok Vrindavan. Now here it is said that this Vrindavan that is there in this material world contains all these Vaikunthas. All the Vaikunthas exist in this Vrindavan. And again, we should also keep this in mind that Sri Vrindavan Dham and Sri Mayapur Dham, they are non-different. So now here Mahaprabhu is saying that all the Vaikunthas they exist in this Vrindavan Dham. So how is it possible? Uh, if we try to do material calculation, it is not possible. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concluded that the potencies and the opulences of Lord Krishna are unlimited. Whatever he told Sri Sanatan Goswami was only partial, was only one drop. As Mahaprabhu said, that I cannot give you the entire ocean, I will try to give you just one drop. So, this is just one drop of it. But by such a partial presentation, one can try to imagine the whole. If the partial presentation, if one drop is like this, then what is the whole? What is, uh, the we can just imagine. Of course, it is beyond our understanding, but we can imagine if one drop is like this, then what the whole must be. When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking to Sri Sanatan Goswami about the opulences of Krishna, he became deeply immersed in ecstasy. And in that transcendental state, he recited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, in which Uddhav, after the disappearance of Krishna, told Vidur. So this verse has been spoken by Sri Uddhav ji to Vidur after Lord Krishna disappeared from this material world. That is when he wound up and when he again went back. स्वयं स्वयं asamyatishyas. No, the meter will be swayam त्वसाम्यतिशयस्त्रि अधीशः स्वाराज्यलक्ष्म्य आप्तस्तमस्तकामः बलिं हरद्भिश्चिरलोकपालये किरीटकोटिदिटपादपीठः स्वयं त्वअसाम्यतिशयस्त्रियधीशः स्वराज्यलक्ष्म्यत स्वराज्यलक्ष्म्याप्तसमस्तकामः बलिं हरद्भिश्चिरलोकपालये किरीटकोटिदितपादपीठः. Krishna is the master of all the demigods, including Lord Brahma, including Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the expansion of Vishnu within this universe. Therefore, no one is equal to or greater than Lord Krishna, and he is full in all the six opulences. All the demigods engaged in the administration of each universe, they offer their respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna. All the demigods, the different demigods are engaged in different administration departments of each universe. All of them are offering their respectful obeisances to that Lord Krishna. Indeed, the helmets on their heads are beautiful because they are decorated with the imprints of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. All these demigods are wearing helmets which are very heavy. They have so many precious gems and everything, gold and diamond and ruby and whatnot, what we have never seen or heard of, also most precious and most invaluable, priceless jewels. But here Uddhav ji is not glorifying or praising their helmets because of this. Why is Uddhav ji saying that their helmets are beautiful? Because they are decorated with the imprints of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because they are all the time offering their obeisances. So every time they offer their obeisances, their head is touching the ground, that helmet is touching the ground. Sometimes their helmet, it's falling off their head and it is rolling on the ground where Lord Krishna's lotus footprints or lotus feet is has stepped on that dhuli, and therefore these helmets have become beautiful. And when these demigods are putting on their heads, therefore it is looking so beautiful. This is why Uddhav ji is praising or glorifying the helmets of the demigods, and he is saying this to Vidura. It is similarly stated that in the Brahma Samhita 5.1 that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and no one can be equal to or greater than him. That is Brahma's conclusion. Although the universal rulers, Brahma, Shiv, and Vishnu, are masters of each and every universe, they too are servants of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So we see that in most of the whether it is the case of the Devatas or whether it is the Danav, the Rakshas, the Daitya Kul, everybody, if they want something, they run to Brahma. Whenever there is a problem, everybody runs to Brahma. Then the Rakshas also, if they want, Hiranyakashipu, he did so many, for so many years, he did austerities so that he can ask this boon from Brahma. We see others also, so many other. Ravan, he also did upasana, Brahma upasana. So all these devatas and all these rakshas gan, they are all doing upasana of Brahma, and that Brahma is saying, that Brahma conclusion is, in the Brahma Samhita, Brahma has said that the supreme personality of Godhead is Krishna, and there is no one who is equal to Krishna, and there is no one who is greater than Krishna. Krishna is the greatest and Krishna is the highest. Therefore, he is called the supreme personality of Godhead. He is a person, he is not impersonal. It is not that he is some wind or air or some smell. No, He's a personality. He has a personality, he has qualities, he has a form. Therefore, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. So, of all the gods that are there, the small, small masters, leaders that are there, Lord Brahma is there, Indra is there, Shiva is there, Ganesh Ji is there, Varun Dev is there, Vayu Dev is there, Agni Dev is there. Of all of them, he is the head of everyone. So, we'll pause here for today. Thank you very much. Your very kind association. And Krishna willing, we'll continue reading tomorrow again. So, thank you very much. श्री अजय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय, जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि
हरी
हरि
हरी बोल।
Thank
श्यामा
हरि हरि
नंदमयी माता जी
बोल।
की
all
जय। हरी
glories to Sri
बोल
Guru and Sri
हरी
जय।
बोल
Gauranga.
हरी